I have a request. Please watch this short video all the way to the end and then comment below and let me know your opinion. When you go carnivore, you want to tell everyone. You feel amazing, you're losing weight, you're reversing conditions, and everyone needs to know about this. So you tell your friends, your family, your co-workers, everybody. And suddenly, they hate you for it. They argue, they resist, they act like you're crazy. Why does this happen? I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I'd like to share my thoughts and then get your opinion. But not only why does this happen, how do we make them more curious about carnivore? I think part of the problem is when people start to hear about carnivore from us, even if they have initiated the conversation, they start to feel pressure. Even though we're not pressuring them, they feel like pressure's emanating from us suddenly. And I think it's a natural human reaction. Whenever you feel or perceive that you're being pressured, it turns you off. Just to use a simple example, let's imagine a man is out on the town with his friends. They're at a bar and he sees a lady across the bar that he's interested in. So the man strolls over and he buys her a drink and he starts to pressure her for a date. Well, the more he pressures her and the harder he pushes, the more she resists. But if he shows no pressure, if he's confident, if he just chats for a while and then says, "Hey, gotta head off soon," she's more likely to be curious. She's more likely to lean in. And I think it's kind of the same thing happening with carnivore when we talk about it, although it's a perception of pressure, not the actual pressure. The more you talk, the more perceived pressure there is, and the more likely it is people are going to resist. And a lot of people will say, well, you should just lead by example rather than talking about it and making people feel pressure. And I kind of agree with that. Just live your carnivore life confidently, and the family and the friends will show interest naturally. Nobody likes to feel pressure, whether that's real pressure or perceived pressure. It just triggers resistance. Doesn't matter if it's dating, diet, or something else. Ironically, when someone asks us about how we lost weight or how we got off the meds, and we explain at length about carnivore, in some ways we're actually shutting the door. The best way to influence is not by arguing, debating, or preaching. It's just by leading by example. Let people see your transformation and don't say a word. So if you're carnivore, don't get frustrated with people who switch off after they've just asked you, "What did you do to lose all the weight?" Just keep being the proof. And that quiet confidence does much more than the 1,000 debates or lectures. And the more you live it, the more they will chase you for the answer. What's your experience with this? What are your thoughts on the topic? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to find out how we got here, check out this video next.